8954.
Yes, that's right, baby. Yeah, listen to the Original Sports Show. And I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the Big OG, broadcasting live on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Out here in sunny Sunland, California, baby. This is how we do it on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Bumping that hot hip-hop instrumental. My man Matt working the boards over there. Putting it down on the Original Sports Show, baby. Yeah, that's right. We talk sports, we talk life, we talk love, and we spit that sports fire, baby. We keep it real, and we keep it OG. We're talking to Leopold Jeans, that boy out of Torrance, California, off of Western and 209th, baby, right there. That's where I'm from, right there. Used to, when I was a little boy, it used to be a club right there on the corner over there off of Torrance and Western. In that club, there was a big neon sign, massive neon sign. And this neon sign was a woman in a dress. And at night, it used to blink and move. And I remember as being a little boy reading this sign. And it said, Shanghai Lady. Shanghai Lady in lights. Right there on Torrance and Western Boulevard, it used to be this gentleman's club. It was called the Shanghai Lady. And I always wanted to go in there. And when I grew up, I went in there. And I never went in there again. Well, eventually all the local homeowners and everybody else boycotted the Shanghai Lady. You know, it was in the Daily Breeze newspaper back in the day, which is my local newspaper. And I remember asking my dad, I was like, why they try to get rid of the Shanghai Lady? Why they try to get rid of the Shanghai Lady? And my old man looked me in the eyes and said, politics. You know, he didn't lie. It was politics. So the Shanghai Lady got replaced with a car dealership. But I'll never forget that neon sign. And if I could find that neon sign anywhere in the world, I will buy it. I swear. And put it in my backyard. Somebody tell me where the neon sign is for the Shanghai Lady off of Torrance and Western Boulevard. Where is it? You know, sometimes they have those sign graveyards like out in Las Vegas. Do we have one of those out here in Los Angeles? Where do all the great signs go? That's the kind of sign you never find anywhere. It's like 50 feet tall. Lights. Shanghai Lady. Yeah, I'm talking about the Shanghai Lady. We need to be talking about some more sports. So let's get back into that. But we talk about life, love, and sports on the Original Sports Show. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes I also want to talk about this. Dealing with people. You know, the art of dealing with people is not to be underestimated. I talk to a lot of people, you know, every week in regards to sponsorship, in regards to, you know, getting on the show, in regards to topics on the show. And, you know, some people just aren't there yet. You know, they like to talk. I didn't get here by talking. Well, actually, I did. But there was a lot of work behind the talking. You got to walk. The walk. You can't just talk the talk. Yeah, and some of you people out there are real sneaky. I see you with your OG websites popping up and your OG show and all this stuff that's related to the OG sports show, the Original Sports Show, and everybody wants to be original now. Be careful. I got patents. I got licensing. I'm the big OG, not you. I'm the creator of the Original Sports Show, the OG Sports Show. OGSportsShow.com, not you. Don't be trying to come after me and take my stuff, my ideas. Come up with your own idea. Bump your own instrumentals. All right, I can't tell you to bump those, but I know you're getting your instrumentals off my show because my show is fire. Here on CRN Digital Talk Radio, Spitting Sports Fire. And speaking of fire, the Miami Heat put that fire out on the Indianapolis Pacers, who played them well, by the way. You know, after, like I said before the break, after the loss of Chris Bosh, they become a total different ball club. And that'll be great to see the Boston Celtics take on the Miami Heat in that Eastern Conference final, baby. That's going to be some good stuff. Good stuff. I love hoops around this time of year. It's great. It's great. Going into summertime, guys balling out there. I like the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics matchup, and I think the C's will pull it out. And they'll play the San Antonio Spurs in the championship, and the Spurs will win. Oklahoma City is one of those basketball teams, though, that's like really high energy, really fast. They're like a spark, but they spur out. They lose that spark, you know, in droves throughout the four quarters of an NBA basketball game. And there's no question about it. If the San Antonio Spurs can control the tempo for the majority of the four quarters, then they'll be all right. They can win this series. They can sweep this series. I love Kevin Durant's, upside, his ability, his range for such a tall guy. I mean, he's all over the hardwood, all over the floor. No getting around it. Special player. Should have won MVP. And I said that last week. He should have won MVP. Just played lights out. Yeah. Oh, don't let me sleep. Don't let me forget. The LA Dodgers, baby. Still in first in the NL West, baby. 30-15, baby. The LA Dodgers. How about them? Playing lights out right now in this first 45 games of the season? Very proud of the Los Angeles Dodgers getting it together, making it happen with no excuses, being accountable for themselves, the LA Dodgers. We're not a fancy schmancy Albert Pujols, Derek Jeter, Yankees, Angels. We're just awesome ball players, and we rely on each other. That's the type of attitude I see in the Big Blue and LA Dodgers. And we're going to talk about the LA Dodgers a little bit more when we come back on the Original Sports Show. And I'm your host, Leopold Jeans, the Big OG, broadcasting live here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Give us a call today. The number to call in today is 1-866-CRN Talk. Once again, that's 1-866-CRN Talk, baby. Yeah!
The Original Sports Show is sponsored by House of Ink